hit him with the bell. Sitting by the pool, meditating in Chanel. Mama always said that my word is like a spell. When I see a hater, bitch, I always wish him well. Always wish him well, yeah, always wish him well. Plus I'm coming back like they going on sale. How you gon' win if you only give him hell? Wish him well, wish him well, wish him well. I got purple kush, I got a purple aura.
If you
Got
just
a
know
custom
you're that
fragrance, I got homes before I
you just have no choice but.
Welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for tuning in to get another video. I appreciate you, and while you're here, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and feel free to drop a comment. I'll greatly appreciate it. Okay, so I did a little unboxing of the supplies that I got from the Lash Professional and Lashbox LA, and this particular tray is the tray that I used from Lashbox LA to create this masterpiece. Okay, I wasn't really going for like Halloween themed lashes when I was thinking of this. I was actually just freestyling. I want to work with colors more, but I was really trying to go for like the fall colors. I saw that browns are really in and like trending for lash artists, and I just wanted to go ahead and jump on the wave. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Oh yeah, and disclaimer, please excuse my nails. I was very anxious to make this video, and the time came to make this video, and I had not got my nails done before the time came. So we're gonna get right into it. Of course, first things first, gel pad and then tape. It doesn't matter if you do the tape and then gel pad, because I do see a lot of people do that, but this is the way that I do it. It does look like on that eye that I just did, to me, it looks like a little bit too high on the waterline, so I do want to give a tip and say that make sure it's not like too high in the waterline. Now this is my cousin, and the bottom lashes are very, very long and thick, so I had to double them down, okay? But yes, I do want to say try to get it a little bit below the waterline so where it won't be kind of like poking them in the eye when they do close. And see, yes, I added more, but I also asked if it was comfortable, and no complaints. So yes, now I add the top pieces, and this lifts the lashes slightly to make them more visible, and to also like lift them up off of the tape, so they won't stick to the tape when you apply the extension to the natural lash. After your taping is done, you can go ahead and go in with the primer. Since I did not do a lash bath, I decided to do a primer. As the lash check, I make it my duty and one of my priorities to make sure that I clean the lashes in some type of way, whether it be a fill-in or a full set, making sure that I'm cleaning lashes before any type of application is done. So either a lash bath or a primer. Okay, so my first step of application is adding the spikes. The spikes is what help the set look wispy, and it also gives us a wispy set texture. I am not perfect with the spikes, but I am in the process of perfecting my spikes. I have currently applied pre-made spikes to my clients, but I'm not really a fan of them because the bases tend to be square. I'm not sure if it's the brand that I'm using. So if you guys have any suggestions on better brands of pre-made fans, please drop them in the comments below. But as of now, I'm just in this particular video right now, what you're watching, these are handmade fans, and I don't think that I can make them. I don't think that I am making them bold enough or dark enough. And I also have a problem with like keeping the tips of my spikes closed without having a problem brushing through, and like without my spoolie getting stuck because the glue is at the top of the spike. So yes, if any suggestions help, please comment below, but I prefer to still hand make my fans. I'm running my spikes. So yeah, this is what I'm doing right here. Also forgot to add that make sure that your spikes are at least 3 to 4 millimeters longer than your base length. So the spikes should be something that's really like standing out and popping out. The longer, the more, exaggerated or dramatic the look will be. But I'll just remember to make them at least 3 to 4 millimeters longer than your base, so they can really give that pop, so they can really be shown. Because if you make them the same length as the base, you will have texture, but it won't really be as much of a wisp. So the length difference is very, very important when it comes to making wispy sets. So after adding my spikes, I did the tape back method to expose the bottom lashes and add the color that way so that it would be easier for me to isolate versus just kind of like picking through and isolating through to find the bottom lashes. This method is very helpful to expose different layers of lashes, and I'm applying the color only to the bottom, so this is what helped me to get my set started. And now I'm going to go ahead and fill in my base. After that, while filling in my base, I will still be making sure I'm only applying the color lashes to the lower lashes, so the lashes that seem further away from me, if that makes sense. But the bottom layer of the lashes is the lashes that I'm applying to applying the different color lash extensions to. So as far as the color goes and how I apply the color, as you can see, I'm using my mirror to check quite often to see like where the color is positioned, and I kind of went about it like that. I kind of also made sure that I was applying multiple lash extension color in the same spot so it can be visible. So it can be tricky sometimes, but you just want to make sure you're kind of doing, I don't want to say like splotches, but like I had a light brown and a darker brown, or like an auburn. And if I was to do the lighter brown at the time, I would at least do 3 extensions of the lighter brown in that area, and then do in the auburn I would do at least 3 to 4 extensions in the same area, all close together, so that you can actually see it, like it can be more pigmented in the set. And then I also did some kind of like mixed up. I also did some where I was putting like 2 lighter browns and 2 auburns like right next to each other, but I kind of wanted to make it like a very like nice blend. So after my application is done, the final and last step, while my client is using the dryer or the fan, I apply bonder. Bonder increases retention, lowers or reduces glue fumes, and allows your client to get their lashes wetter sooner. And when applying bonder, please make sure you only apply it to the base. So the point where the natural lash and the extension connect or bond together, that is where you should be placing the bonder. And for me, bonder has been very helpful and conducive to my lash clients' retention. And it definitely, I definitely see a difference in them lasting longer than usual. I used to use a sealant, and the sealant is very helpful. So if you guys want me to make another video with all of my supplies that I use, please like this video and drop a comment in the comment section, and I'll be very happy to share that with y'all. But don't forget to apply your bonder or your sealant, your nano mister. Is so many different ways to do it, but I am all for like doing trial and error, just seeing what works best for you. But for me, just a person that was coming from just using sealant, bonder has been a little bit more helpful than the sealant for me. So that's my recommendation. So here towards the end, after or while they were still drying, I just used my mirror again to check and make sure the color was kind of identical on both eyes. And I saw that one eye needed a little bit more of the light brown in the same area as the other eye. So I went in and just made sure that the color was basically symmetrical on both eyes. Not saying that everything has to be like so perfect into the T, because like I said, I wanted the colors to blend, but I did not want for one eye to have more light brown, and I did not want for one eye to have more brown. I wanted all 3 colors to blend evenly on both eyes so that it can still look like it's even. So we gently remove the gel pad, and when it's a little moist from up under the gel pad, just use a micro swab and just gently like wipe up under their eye area to remove that moisture. So we got got a little sticky, and this is a form of a sticky because stickies can also be up in the, like within the lash set, but this particular lash got stuck to a bottom lash. So when you are taping down a bottom lashes, just be very meticulous and very careful. Oops, it's here. And very careful and make sure you are applying tape on every single bottom lash, so you won't mistake a bottom lash for a top lash while applying, because you'll have a sticky, which is not a problem. It's a mistake. It's very common. So just make sure that your client can open all the way at the end of your set. This is another thing to check for. Even after you ask them, you still want to go in and double check yourself and make sure no bottom lashes are sticking to the top, because sometimes they won't be able to feel it on the end, but sometimes there'll be some lashes sticking together on the end too, but they won't feel it, and you don't want them to go home with any discomfort. So just check for everything. Don't rush. Just be very careful and treat your client like they're little angels, and make sure they are going home with everything on point. Okay, also, while I am detaching it, I just want to make sure that you do not point the tweezers in their eyes. If you can, just try to be very careful and not scare them. I try to keep my tweezers sideways before I go in and try to pull the bottom lash away from the tweezers. Sometimes it'll be a little difficult. It'll be very glued together, so you just want to make sure you're doing it gently.